We gotta go live on that. Oh my God.
Man, we just got an aftershock.
You have no idea what you just missed.
That was good. I went to recycle.
Why did I hit the button?
I went to throw a can in the recycling, and it was quite the adventure.
Oh my God. Oh, why did I hit record?
Florida finally got a goal. 3-1.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Ah, shit.
That wasn't just, it was like it came out of a fucking cartoon. Ah, shit!
It was a real aw shit.
You heard like, almost like glasses breaking, and you're, ah, shit!
Dude, it was a real aw shit moment.
Oh my God. Oh.
Like, that was a genuine aw shit.
Oh my God.
Speaking of an aw shit moment, how about those Mets today? Beat the Cubs by 10 runs. They beat Imanaga, who is the Cubs pitcher that they signed this offseason. Well, everybody was talking about Yamamoto. This Imanaga, his ERA, after today's game, where he gave up 7 runs, is 2.96. Prior to this, he was in the ones. But this was the first time that he faced a team for the second time. How about that? And the Mets bludgeoned him to the tune of 14 hits and 11 runs.
This was an A1 ass blasting.
Yowzers.
This is one of those where they ain't going to be able to shit for you. They done
Absolute
get
soap dropper.
they get the ad blasted so bad they would see that right for about 7 days.
Dude, let's look at the Mets lineup today and see.
We should do a Pipe Alonso. Did he hit a home run?
No. So he was 1 for 3 with 2 walks.
All right, not bad. What's the season average?
244.
That's got to be higher. We said 270s, the Mendoza.
260. I would be happy with 260 if he was hitting 40-plus bombs.
Well,
Getting
yeah.
100 RBIs.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
If you're productive, like 260 is good. 240, I'd like to see it over that. But he's over 800 with his OPS. I mean, he's Pete.
The Mets are 1 game out of the wild card, as we sit here.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? The shit sucks. They had decided to lose to the last place team in the Central tonight, 5-2.
Oh, they lost to the Reds?
Yeah. Well, I said they got to
Who
take.
pitched for the Reds? Because
I don't know, but the Red Sox were the first 5 runs were solo home runs by both teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked like a fucking home run shootout from it, and then all of a sudden just nothing happened for like 3 innings. And then they got 2. They got 2 in like the 7th, and they ended up winning 5-2.
So I'll tell you something about the Reds. While their record looks like they're not very good,
They're last place.
I know, but they should be better than what they are. They have a ton of young talent. They do have some pitching. I don't know who Abbott is. He's the one that got the win. But I really like their young players. I'm not sure why they're not better than they are. Well, I haven't watched them enough.
I don't know. But look, I said before the series, I thought the Red Sox got to take 2 out of 3. So they win the next 2. Okay, fine. They can't lose 2 out of 3 this team. The Red Sox have one of the better road records in Major League Baseball, believe it or not. So
Red Sox hit, man.
but they didn't tonight. So anyway, when they hit the home runs, there's nobody on base. But anyway, look,
Dude.
take 2 out of 3, they'll be fine.
Think about the Red Sox that they did over the weekend. Man, they exposed the Yankees.
Speed kills.
They exposed the Yankees.
Speed kills.
9 steals in a game.
9. I never thought I'd see the day the Red Sox would get 9
Set the
steals in
record
one
for the
game.
Red Sox.
I never thought I'd see that day in my life. That was like one of this can't happen.
Dude,
no way.
the crazy part of that is they turned Trevino, who is
Like
the Yankees
9?
catcher, they turned him into a liability. That guy was an all-star like 2
when they
years
had
ago.
Jacoby Ellsbury, who was a really good base thefter there, they didn't come close to 9 steals in a game.
Yeah, but that dude Rafaela, he's fast.
They've got more than one guy, is what I'm
got a lot of
saying. Like,
speed.
they got like 4 guys that are like shit.
Oh, he got wheels.
But tonight they dropped 5-2. I'm not going to panic. I'd see them take 2 out of 3, then they come home. And they got a chance to really make some noise here. They were 2 out.
D-backs beat the Phillies, not the
They were
Mariners.
2 out going into the game tonight in the wild card. So look, they're in a good position. So I didn't think they'd be 2 out at this point. I thought they'd be fucking 12 out and it's over and people are getting fired and all that shit. So look, they've done a good accounting of themselves so far.
They're a game and a half back right now.
Yeah, of the wild card. So they're right there. See what happens. But it's July 4th. It's going to be, we always said, the checkpoint 1 for Red Sox fans is always July 4th. So we'll see where they are in about 8 days or 12 days, whatever it is. Talk to me then. So that's still almost
See,
2
the
weeks
Mets
away.
helped themselves out by sweeping San Diego, who was one of the teams in front of them in the wild card. And while they were on that 7-game win streak, that some say was because of Grimace throwing out the first pitch. Grimace threw out the first pitch, and the Mets won the next 7 games.
I would never doubt Grimace.
No,
I'm just saying.
Grimace is one of the best fast food characters of all time.
Grimace is an icon. And history tells you, don't question or doubt icons.
And nobody knows what he is. That's how powerful he is.
Him and Goofy.
Purple.
Him and Goofy have a long standing.
Goofy's a dog.
No, Pluto's a dog.
Goofy's a dog.
Goofy wears a hat and drives a car and talks. Not a dog.
So does Mickey
Pluto
Mouse.
doesn't talk.
So does Mickey Mouse.
Pluto doesn't talk.
So what? Every fucking animal
Why
in
doesn't
cartoons
Pluto
talk.
talk?
Because he's dumb.
Pluto is not dumb.
Yes, he is. He doesn't
Goofy
talk.
is dumb.
No, Goofy's goofy.
He's dumb.
He can talk.
They call him Goofy, but he's dumb.
What did they used to call you back in the day if you couldn't talk?
Dumb.
Thank you.
But dogs don't talk.
In cartoons they do.
No, not Pluto.
He's the only one. You can't tell me
Or
the rule is dogs don't talk.
what is Goofy?
A dog.
Because a lot of dogs don't drive. You know what dogs don't do? Drive cars.
So do mice talk and drive boats and cars and no, they don't. But Mickey Mouse.
That is
does.
irrelevant to this conversation.
Bullshit.
I'll tell you why.
It's the same cartoon.
Because there isn't another character that looks like a mouse, but then does things mouse don't do.
Really?
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry?
Jerry doesn't really talk. He screams. Ah! That's all he does. Jerry doesn't
swings
talk.
a baseball bat.
Mickey Mouse could swing a baseball bat.
Exactly, but a real mouse couldn't.
But those two can, so they're consistent with the cartoon, which makes them both mice. However,
that is the worst argument.
Pluto
you are totally
can't
changing the
talk,
goalpost.
can't drive, doesn't wear a hat.
Pluto's the exception, not Goofy.
How many dogs talk and drive cars?
How many mice do all the shit that Tom, Jerry, and fucking Mickey do? Minnie.
On the same show. See, here's the thing. On the same show, usually two things that are supposed to be the same do the same things. That's all I'm saying.
Horseshit.
However,
That's horseshit.
there's Mickey Mouse.
Horseshit.
Where Goofy and Pluto, and people think Goofy's a dog, but they don't act the same way.
Horseshit.
In fact, Goofy pets Pluto. Do dogs pet each other? No.
You can't argue logic with cartoons.
There's no logic to it. That's my point.
No, you are trying to put
knows-
logic to it.
No one knows what Goofy
You
is.
are trying to put logic to it, and then you say there's no logic to it.
I'm saying you
exactly.
can't prove to me Goofy's a dog. Just because he
You can't
has
prove
long
to me
floppy
that-
ears.
that he's not.
Pluto is a dog. I can. There's a dog
No, I
on the
said
show.
you can't prove to me that Goofy's
People
not
look
a
at
dog.
Pluto and go, dog.
That's what people look at Goofy and
No, most people don't think Goofy's a dog. They don't know what he is. To this day. It's a long staring.
I crushed you in this argument. You're trying to.
You crushed me. You crushed me in an
You're
argument.
trying to fucking. What do they call
He
it?
said Pluto was a dog.
Gaslight. You're gaslight.
Gaslight.
What is
Goofy.
Goofy.
What is it?
He's an anthropomorphic dog.
What the hell is an anthropomorphic dog?
Cartoon character. So is anthropomorphism is the attribution of human traits, emotions, or intentions to non-human entities. He's a dog that acts like a person.
Hold on. What is Goofy? Bill Farmer, Goofy's voice actor since 1987, told Yahoo that Goofy is not a dog.
Wrong.
He was the voice of him. You think they wouldn't have told him what he is?
Wrong.
Goofy, on the other hand, seems to be in the canine family without explicitly being labeled as a dog.
Okay, thanks.
He's not a dog.
Yep.
The guy who was his voice, oh yeah, he didn't know what he's talking about. You think he didn't ask the question? You tell me that. Not a dog.
Okay.
Not a dog. He's goofy looking. I'll give him that. He's not
He's a dog.
No.
He has canine attributes, but he's not a dog.
The guy who was his voice says he's not a dog.
He's not the creator.
But the creator told him he wasn't a dog. He asked him.
No, I didn't.
How do you know?
I never said that.
You gonna tell me that this guy walked in and never asked the guy the question? Well, what exactly is he? You think he, no,
So you're telling me it happened when you don't know it happened?
you can't prove that he didn't. I know
Can't
this.
prove that he did.
I have the guy who was
If
his
I
voice.
can't prove he didn't, you can't prove he did.
No, but I have a little more evidence than you because he actually played the character. Which means he wanted to know what the origin of the character was. If they're saying not a dog, he's telling them not a dog.
Carlton Hester.
Charlton
off,
Heston.
Let's ask ourselves, what animal is Goofy? Exactly. Is he a dog or no? Actually, he's just a dog. Mm-hmm. Lots of people try to make what his actual species more complex than it is. But no, he's actually just a dog.
Says who?
A beagle.
Who is he?
Doesn't make any sense for him to be hanging around Mickey's dog Pluto without wondering about possible lobotomization in Pluto's past. But I'm not Walt Disney, so whatever. You just got to accept it.
So in other words, he has no fucking idea.
Same as you.
No. The guy who was the voice of Pluto says he's not a dog. So he played the character. Usually when someone plays a character, they ask about, certain questions. I don't know. Okay? You tell me this guy didn't ask that question? Oh my God, come on. Does anyone here believe that one? Of course he asked the question.
So this was...
I don't know what Goofy is, for the record, but
So here's an original picture of Goofy when he first started showing up. This was kind of more of
a goat.
This was kind of more of a prototype Goofy, though as he was a lot older looking and was initially called Dippy Dog.
Looks like a goat to me.
He was initially called Dippy Dog.
By who?
But there's no mistaking that it's the first appearance of the concept of Goofy, albeit a more scruffy-looking, nearsighted version
of a goat
with no pants.
Of a goat.
But
goats don't wear pants.
he still had bits of what would become his signature appearance to his day, including his trademark goofy laugh. After his first appearance, the character was aged down and made into a younger-looking dog. 2 years later, in 1934, Dippy Dog would be renamed Goofy. Dippy Dog was renamed Goofy.
Not according to the actor. He's not a dog.
Bam!
The actor says he's not a dog.
And
which means he asked Walt Disney what
Dippy
is he?
Dog would be renamed Goofy in the short films, and in 1935 became a part of the classic trio.
Says who? Who is
him,
this?
Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse in short. This is a fucking.
Who is he?
It is Carlton Hester. I already
Who the
quoted
fuck
that.
is Carlton Hester?
He's a fucking reporter.
Oh, well, stop the press. It was a report.
I'm just reading an article that's proving you dead wrong.
No, I'm talking about the guy who played the guy.
Dippy Dog.
Goofy.
So
said he's not a dog. He's not a dog.
Let's say I named somebody Scruffy Cat.
Maybe he was a dog in 1934. He's not a dog now.
Let's say there was a cartoon character named Scruffy Cat. And then I came along and said, you know what? We're going to change your name to Bitchy. And now, because...
Yeah, because everybody names their dog Goofy.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, I'm naming it something that doesn't give any information on what type of animal it was. It is.
We don't think he's an animal.
He was Dippy Dog. He got renamed.
No, according to Mr. Heston, he didn't. But the guy who played the character says he's not a dog.
He's wrong.
You telling me the guy who invented the character didn't clarify what he actually is? I doubt that.
He's obviously wrong.
So Walt Disney is... No. Goofy's not a dog. But we can agree to disagree.
No, so Dippy Dog changed to Goofy. Then it says in the 50s, they started adding a personality and human traits to him. This was an evolution of a character.
He's not a dog. The Goofy I know.
He
I wasn't alive in 1934.
He is Dippy Dog.
No, he's
renamed.
He's Goofy.
When you change your name, it doesn't change who you are.
Dippy Dog can be a dog, but Goofy's not a dog.
Dippy Dog is Goofy.
Man was once an ape, but now we're not an ape anymore.
So he evolved from a dog into
the guy who played. This is 1987. This is almost 40 years.
So he evolved into a dog that still looks the same.
No, he's a man.
But he's not. So you're saying
he's not a man. He's not. I don't know what he is, but he's not a dog. He's not a dog.
At best, he's a dog man. At best, he's a dog man.
He's not a dog.
Yes, he is.
The guy who played his role almost 40 years ago said he's not.
The guy who plays his role is a loser.
Every actor, actress wants to know the origin of the character, including what the hell is it? Maybe they said this. Well, from 1934 to 1952, whatever the fuck it was, he was a dog. But now, he's Goofy. I don't know what he is now. He can cook, too, by the way. Well, he's not really that good of a cook. digress. We're in the third period, Stanley Cup Finals. We were going to talk baseball. So anyway, the Mets.
We were talking baseball.
We were.
Because I was talking about the Mets 7-game streak that started with Grimace.
Yes.
Because we don't know what Grimace is. Although I've heard some people say he's a taste bud. But anyways.
I mean, he could. I suppose he could pull it off.
The Mets are
He's
starting
purple.
to get... Here's some things that are happening for the Mets. So Francisco Alvarez came back. Remember, he's their young catcher.
Yes.
That they brought up 2 years ago. They botched that. They brought him up in the middle of the most important series of the year against the Braves. And it was too late at that point. He played pretty well last year. And this year, he tore a thumb ligament. And
so that was before in preseason he did that, right?
No, he did that like early in the season.
Oh, he had started.
He's been out.
All right. He did actually start the
early
season.
April.
Okay, so he was there for the first like couple of weeks.
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then he just came back.
Okay.
Like kind of when this streak started. Maybe a little before that. And his numbers really haven't been great, but he changes the energy on that team.
Definitely does.
Well, he's only 21 or 22, whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah, he is young.
He is young. Yeah. He's the catcher, though.
He is young.
So, a catcher puts a major stamp on a baseball game. They touch the ball almost every pitch.
Yep.
Okay? They're the only other player that touches the ball anywhere near the same amount of times.
They're
as the
kind of
pitcher.
like the center in football.
Yes.
They kind of are.
Very good comparison.
Yeah. If I had a
Because when you have a good one or a tone setter, it can change your whole offensive line. It can change your whole team.
Yeah.
So his numbers aren't really showing up. Kind of same way that a center doesn't really have numbers, although a catcher can have major numbers.
Yeah.
In terms of home runs and throwing people out on the base paths. But his presence seems to be a big deal in terms of the energy. And now he's starting to hit. Mm-hmm. He hit a home run today. I think he hit the game-tying double the other night in Texas when they were down 6-2 and they came back.
Yes.
Alvarez hit the game-tying double.
I remember talking to him.
I think I was in front.
You jinx!
No, that was Thursday.
I'm like, what? Huh?
That was Thursday.
They won though, didn't they?
No,
they lost.
That was the eighth game because you text me and said something about the Mets, and then literally 2 minutes later, somebody I don't know, they pulled Manaea. Manaea went into the 6th inning with a no-hitter.
That's what
and you texted me. And then they gave up 5 runs.
I did not mean for that to happen.
Sure, you enjoyed it though.
No, I didn't. I was like, shit.
Fucking scumbag.
I think he had a no-hitter going.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So that guy got pulled. Bullpen
I think I told my
bang.
wife. I think I told my wife because we were sitting there and I saw the score come across the screen, and I'm like, holy shit! I went and looked it up. I'm like, I think he.
No,
I don't
know why I called you Jinx? Because you always try to paint this picture like I'm some big fucking Jinx.
But you are.
When it happens just as much to you.
No, you do it
Yes,
on
it
the air
does.
though. You're like live jinxing. You're like there's a track record. Of
You've
you.
live jinxed on the air.
I'm not saying I've never jinxed somebody. I don't have the resume.
No, I get called out for it more. That's why.
Because you do it more.
That's why I made sure to call you Jinx. Every time from now on, I'm jinxing you.
He jinxes more teams than I do.
Bullshit.
Yes, you do. Trust me. We can count on one hand how many times I jinx somebody on the air.
Last year, you know how many times you said Patriots are going to win the AFC East? Jinx.
That was one team. You've done this.
You jinxed them.
I didn't.
I've jinxed more teams than anybody.
You only jinx somebody if they're supposed to be doing something and they don't. The Patriots, most people didn't have them doing very well. I was the one-off saying that Belichick was actually going to be a coach to that last year. In fact, all he did was destroy Mac Jones even worse.
Most of the shit I say
he actually did the polar opposite of what I thought you would.
Look, most of the shit I say is nothing other people would say. So if that's your measure of a jinx, then
wait a minute. What did you say to me?
So you just said that you weren't a jinx because you were the only one saying.
Are you trying to give yourself credit for going out on a limb?
No. No, I'm just saying I'm not a fucking jinx. Because, so you just said, okay, these were your words. You said, it's not a jinx if I'm the only one saying it and they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Half the shit I say, it's not like other people are saying it. I just say random shit, okay, and it might be wrong.
I'm just saying when you do that, it almost 100% comes back wrong.
Horseshit.
It does.
Complete horseshit.
How many times does this happen on the air? I just look at me like he just starts going like this because I said it. If I hadn't said it, it wouldn't happen. And he said that.
No. No, if I go,
You know, if I hadn't said it, I wouldn't have. Right? You know that, right? He's done that.
I don't say that.
You have done that.
If
Not in
somebody's
that
shooting
tone.
a bad three, I go, don't shoot that. They make it. That happens to everybody.
Not that. That's a one-off. I'm talking about
No, that's the type of shit you're talking about.
this guy.
What else are you talking about?
This guy fucking sucks. Bang through it over.
That happens like
You have
once
a week.
every couple months.
No, it doesn't.
We don't even watch that much baseball.
No, I'm not together, but it happens like.
When we're watching the Mavericks, and I go, oh, this guy can't shoot free throws. And he misses both free throws.
No.
Yes,
When did you say that about a guy?
that happened with Lively.
Lively's like a 54% foul.
Exactly.
That's not exactly a stretch.
Right, but if I'm a jinx and I say this guy's
No,
bad at free
if a
throws,
guy,
then he makes both.
You're the guy who, the dude at the line is like, hit like 40 in a row. And he goes, about to be 41. Yes. That's you. You're
That's anybody.
That's you.
Anybody who would say that.
You
is a
have
jinx.
mastered that.
Why would I say that?
It's amazing. It's a natural talent.
About to be 41.
No, just,
I'm going to start calling out all your jinxes, and we'll see.
please do.
We'll see.
Please do.
We'll see.
Like literally, like he'll come back from the bathroom like, tell me you won't believe this. It's just like,
Florida has come back.
what?
You fucking jinx.
I've said more than one occasion. I look at the camera. He does. I'm like, legendary. Legendary.
Who said the Celtics were going to win in 6?
Well, only because I didn't know if Porzingis was going to play.
You picked the
But I said they had the talent to
picked
sweep
the
them.
Celtics in 7 against the Pacers. You were trying to stick with Lively.
Who got hurt in game 2? Halliburton.
Even if he hadn't gotten hurt, would have been a 5-game series.
You don't know that.
Yes, I did.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because 3 of those games could have gone one way or the other. There was one
They
block.
didn't.
There was one. Yeah, he didn't play in 2 of them.
Pacers pooped. I knew they were going to poop. You knew they were going to poop.
If Jason Tatum,
Tim Legler
if the
didn't know.
Celtics lose Jason Tatum, did they poop themselves? No. Shut the hell up with that.
They pooped in game 1 when Halliburton was there. They absolutely pooped.
That he wasn't the reason they lost that game. He played
They
very well.
pooped. I didn't say he pooped.
They pooped.
I didn't say he pooped. I said they pooped.
They were in Boston. Boston was favored to win that game.
Get the fuck out of here. They had that game.
I didn't say they didn't
And they
have it.
blew it.
I'm saying they were the underdog. So technically, they weren't supposed to be in that position.
They
And
pooped.
by the way, Boston.
They were in that position
And by
and
the
they
way,
pooped.
and by the way, how big was the lead that Boston blew in that game?
Right.
Yeah.
So my point is, Indy
weren't
had a
supposed to-
chance and they pooped.
But they weren't supposed to be there.
But they were.
You know why they pooped? Because they didn't expect it.
I don't care why you pooped. You pooped. Why are you making excuses?
Pooping
for a
is
poop
when
thought?
you expect to do something and the unexpected
was an
happens.
absolute poop-a-thon.
Because you, like the Celtics did to Miami last year, that was a pooping.
You pulled the
was a-
reverse jinx on
That
Boston
was a
that day.
what?
You pulled the reverse jinx on them.
When? The Celtics?
Yeah.
When?
I'm not watching this anymore.
When?
Boom, they win.
I still
Reverse
watched it.
jinx.
I still watched it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I just
Don't
I
lie.
went radio. No,
Don't
I did.
lie. No,
I
you
can
didn't.
prove it.
Nope.
Ask
don't
Becky.
believe
I watched it.
I don't believe it.
Ask Becky. I watched
I
it.
had to text you that.
I
you were
just
wrapping
turned the
shit.
phone off.
Wrong.
Yes.
He reverse jinxed.
I did not refer.
You reverse jinxed.
Well, if that is the reason they won, then I'm glad they take credit for that. I don't believe in reverse jinx.
RJ,
Okay,
reverse
you-
jinx.
If you say so.
Holy shit, RJ reverse jinx.
But you're the jinx.
I didn't realize your initials were
For
reverse
me to
jinx.
be a reverse jinx, there would have to be
Well,
a jinx.
yin and yang, of course.
Which I'll take that hat.
It
I'll
would
wear that
make
cap.
us both jinxes.
Hey, someone's got to play the role. I'll step up and do it. I will.
Got to be a yang. Got to be a yang.
Way better than being a yang.
What's the matter with being a yang? Yang rhymes with wang. You big wang.
You big wang.
You're just a big
Thank you.
wang.
Thank you.
No, you don't have a big wang. You are a big wang.
It's too true. Anyway. So,
Both true.
It's true. So you can be a dick. And yeah. Anyway. I don't deny either. So anyway. We're in the third quarter.
His wife only denies one.
The wife seems quite happy. Wife hasn't gone anywhere for a reason. And it's not my blistering salary. It's not my 12-figure monthly income.
No way in hell you make 12 figures a month.
I made 12 figures in my life.
What is 12 figures?
I don't know. That's ridiculous money, isn't it? It's not even monopoly money at that point. At that point, you're like, okay, somebody's cheating.
Well, I mean, $1 million is 7 figures.
Yeah, 8 figures is $1 billion, right?
No.
No, that's $100 million, right?
No. If 7 is $1 million, 8 is tens of million. 9 is hundreds of millions. 10 is 1 billion. 11 is tens of billions. And then 9 is hundreds of billions. Oh shit! I fucked that up.
You went from 11 to 9.
Did I?
Yeah, you went from hundreds of billions to 9.
So it's hundreds, thousands, millions is 9. Okay. So 10 is $1 billion. 11 is tens of billions. 12 is hundreds of billions. It's definitely not your 12 billion. Your 12-figure salary.
No. Because I know if that were true, it would definitely be that.
Who could you blame?
At that point, you could be hung like a Hungarian field mouse.
I'd sell out for that.
It doesn't. Oh God. Anyway, so we were talking about baseball.
Not sure how we got here.
We're never. That's the beauty. We never really know how we.
No, from Grimace to Goofy to Jinx.
We never know.
Hung like a Southampton field mouse.
Southampton field.
Wherever Southampton.
Why is it got to be a Southampton field mouse? Why can't it be a Northampton field mouse?
No, could be.
How about East Hampton?
Yeah, but this Southampton mice penis is real. South takes the cake.
It's the reason why they call it South. Shit. About going south.
What is the reason? It doesn't make sense.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
So so the Mets are in Wrigley for 2 more.
Yes. The Red Sox are in Cincy for the weekend. Cincy.
I mean, it'd be nice for both of them to take 2 out of 3.
I will live with 2 out of 3.
The Mets are going into the Yankees after this for 2. I don't know if that's.
Is that right?
I don't know if that's.
It's a quick 2 on what, Monday, Tuesday?
So they typically play the Yankees 2-2, 4 games a year. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. They do those.
Given they're like right around
well, they do the rivalry interleague 2-2.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love it.
That is interesting.
Oh yeah, so they go back to Queens to play the Yanks Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Then they're off. Then they go. Then they have Houston come in.
Yeah, so I mean, you look at, and this is tonight is still going on. I think. Did they score again? Oh my God, 4-1, Game 7. Here we come. Fucking Florida, flustered, rattled.
This is now a blasting.
Holy Moses! Yeah,
3 goals a blasting.
It's a
right?
blasting. It's a yeah.
5 is a bumathon.
5 is a bumathon. 6 is Shawshank. No, it's an American History X prison blasting. That's what it is. That's 6. Yeah. Oh, at that point, you're like, God damn! It always comes back to this.
I was just gonna say it went from a bumathon to an absolute.
You started
bumathon.
it. Not my fault.
I was gonna say no. I did not start a prison bang.
Well,
you did.
Well, you said at 4 it's a bum blasting. At 5 it's a bum.
You just said 4 is a bum blasting.
And you said 5 is a bumathon.
It doesn't. Right, and I said
right,
there. I didn't say prison bumathon.
I said it's at 6. I said at 6.
That ain't all right.
If it's 6, it's
a bumathon. It sounds a little nicer.
I think it's 6. It's they get medieval on your ass. Believe. I believe. Oh my God, there's still 3 minutes to go. There could be a bumathon.
Well, they're gonna have to pull the goalie.
It could be a bumathon before we begin. I'm almost excited about this.
They almost gave up a goal.
Oh no! It's a bumathon.
It's an absolute bumathon.
An absolute bumathon. Oh my God!
What game were we watching where they couldn't hit the full rink, the empty?
Oh, it was the Bruins, I think.
Nah.
Oh no, it was
Was it the Rangers?
Maybe.
It was the Rangers when they were losing.
They missed like 3 wide open
Rangers
nets.
Panthers. It was the Panthers.
Yeah, the Rangers missed like 3 wide open nets. We're just going, how the fuck is this possible?
Well, they were trying to do full court wristers when the Rangers pulled their goal.
Dude, look at this.
Oh, that
should have been a fucking goal. Look at that. Oh, what a save.
Save. It was going out.
Dude, watch. That's going to go in.
No, it's not. That was going beside. He actually almost made it worse.
But he made it right.
Well, then bang, right down the middle.
Right down the pipe.
Is it pipe or pike?
Pipe.
I always said pipe, but I think it's actually pike.
Could be pike.
I never liked that.
I always thought I heard pipe.
I always said pipe, but then later years I've heard right down the pike.
To look it up. Is it pike or pipe? Let's end the suspense. Because why not? Why not America? I don't want you going to sleep tonight wondering pipe or pike. You know, that's not good. There's no way to fall asleep like that.
Coming down the pike versus down the pipe.
So they're both.
The phrase down the pike, like turnpike, initially was used to mean in the course of events, and more recently in the future. Pike here is short for turnpike, and in this case is a metaphor for something encountered along the road one is traveling. Sometimes down the pipe is used with the same meaning, probably showing a conflation of the similarity between the words pike and pipe, and the phrase in the pipeline meaning things to come. See, okay, so here's where it differs. Because typically, if I'm talking about a pitch, I say right down the pipe.
Right down the pipe.
Right, don't you?
That was right. See, that's episode number 463 where he farted again. 463 consecutive farts.
But I already farted.
I know, twice.
Yeah, so.
All right, so maybe the question is how many farts per episode?
How many times have you farted in an episode?
I've gone episodes without farting.
No, but you've also farted, right?
Of course I have at some point. not the... Dude, you're Tony Gwynn.
No doubt. I'll take that.
The dude bats 400 with a 1,200 on base percentage.
I don't strike out.
He doesn't strike out.
I'm always making
my
contact.
God. Always. The question is moist or meaty? That's the only question. Sometimes both. It's rare it's dry air. It's always wet. It is, yeah.
No, it's not.
It's wet.
It sounds wet.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
So, I was just in my room, right? And Anthony came in and messed up all my stuffed animals and started throwing, like, a
Taking this on
towel and, like,
speaker?
other things in my room.
You know we're on the show right now, right?
I don't give a crap. Can you tell him to clean?
Well, I didn't rather quickly, didn't
Take
I?
a speakerphone.
I don't give a crap. Click. Well, neither do I.
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a crap.
Frankly,
Come tell Anthony.
Frankly, my dear daughter, you can cram it up your crack. She literally did it on the air. I don't give a crap. Get out of here. Are you serious? Hell no. Hell no. Oh my God, no. That's a one of those, you know. No. So anyway, by the way, what I was trying to say was the Red Sox. This includes tonight. Look, they are actually 5th in batting. I never thought I'd see them that high. 5th in batting average. And then, of course, when you look at home runs, Baltimore, Yankees, Dodgers, Houston, who stinks, and Minnesota.
What, they're up there in home runs?
They're 4th. Runs
Because of that
batted
tiny
in.
ass stadium.
Baltimore is basically number 1 in home runs and runs batted in. The LA, the Dodgers are 2 because they're 3 in home runs. Then New York, so they flip-flop. Philly and Kansas City. Is Kansas City a surprise this year?
Not a surprise. They've been building.
Have they?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, they've been building.
Okay, fair enough. Hits, San Diego, Dodgers, Houston, Boston in hits, and then Baltimore. And then stolen bases. Cincinnati, who of course are playing this weekend, Milwaukee, Washington, Philadelphia, and Boston is 5th. I never thought I'd see the Red Sox that high in stolen bases ever. Ever.
Well, they just stole 9 in a
I
game.
know, 9.
That inflated it.
That's one of those.
That inflated
You'll
it.
never see that again. Not if you're a Red Sox fan. You won't.
But like, can you see the numbers between those teams? Because what would 9 stolen bases do for any one of those teams?
Oh, God, totally. I mean, if.
I'm surprised the Mets are 12th in runs.
Yeah, they are. So
They're ahead of the Braves.
both teams are in this thing, which I can't believe I'm saying that. I thought the Mets had a chance to be. I thought the Red Sox would be firing somebody by now. So
Yeah, but since the second week of the season, we thought the Red Sox and not the Mets.
they've been good.
The Red Sox have shown that, like,
They've been consistent. They're in it.
well,
If they add a piece, here's a question: what is Boston? Assuming Boston stays on this trajectory until which is another 12 days, 4th of July really is the first mark. Say
fight with 8 seconds.
Say there's still there's still 2 games back on 4th of July. What do you do?
Well, you can't mortgage the future.
You don't have
but
to.
What do they need? You tell me. I don't watch the Red Sox.
Strangely, middle relief.
They don't really.
Their closer's good. Their stars. Their middle relief sucks. It sucks. They've blown. It sucks. It's fucking.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of teams who are going to be sellers at the deadline that you could pick up a decent arm from.
But you'd think I'd be saying bat. They're 5th in batting.
So why would you say that?
No, I wouldn't. You'd think because it's not the hitting. Yeah. The lineup we thought was we were trying to figure out which is the worst problem. It turns out the lineup is actually pretty damn good.
The tough part about
could you always use another bat? Sure.
The Sox is just we don't know any of the names. That's why when we're coming into the league, coming into the year, you think they're going to suck because they just don't have those household names.
They don't have like one of them.
But they've got a bunch of guys who are playing pretty well.
The biggest name on the roster is Rafael Devers. What the fuck's he done?
Yeah.
I mean, he's good.
They traded Chris Sale away, but I don't know who they got.
The closer's Kenley Jansen, who quietly has had a great career.
Well, he's
quiet.
Might be the most well-known.
Yeah, he probably is. I think he's 5th all-time in saves. He's quietly had a great career. But other than him and Devers, who the fuck? I mean, I don't know. Some catcher named Wong hit a bomb tonight. I mean, I don't know. He's having a decent year. I don't know. Fucking Devers has missed 12 games. He's batting .274 with 14 dingers and 38 RBIs. He's missed 12 games. What would he be if he had played 6 more? I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's having a pretty good year. But it's like I don't fucking know how they're here. Alex Cora, I know this. Alex Cora is, if not the best manager, he's one of the top 3 in baseball.
Yeah, you've said that for a while now.
He is doing it again with fucking people we've never heard of. In that division, give me a fucking break.
I feel like they've always done that.
Alex Cora has always done that.
Yeah. Even like the 2000s.
By the way, did you know Alex Cora's in his last year of his contract? Explain that to me. How fucking dumb is this owner? Alex Cora should never be in the last year of his contract. Yeah. This should have been done before the season started. He's not the problem.
You can't blame him.
It's not. I'm not blaming Alex Cora. I'm blaming again John Henry.
I'm talking to them.
Fucking. How the fuck are you going to... Alex Cora has won a World Series. Alex Cora's proven his worth. Yeah. Okay? And when he has consistently done more with less than any manager in this league in his time as a manager. This should never have come to this. I can't believe we're sitting here...
Diamondbacks got to the World Series last year. That was pretty impressive.
I'm not saying this, but he's been for 5 years, and he's won a World Series. Alex Cora has proven he can win.
In a tough-ass division.
Yeah, so come on. This isn't... How are we even having this conversation? And they better not let him go.
Dude, Stiflos has been quietly a good manager.
Stiflos Mendoza?
His name's Carlos.
Oh.
It's his real name.
Someone likes to refer to him as Stiflos.
Well, I don't think it's right.
One of the greatest nicknames ever on ID, Stiflos Mendoza.
That was in that episode the other day, too.
Tommy in a fit of rage, Stiflos Mendoza.
I was laughing when I said that.
No, you were angry that night.
No, I wasn't.
You were flipping out. Fucking Stiflos Mendoza over there. Fucking, why don't you put me in?
Stiflos is going to the pen. No, but dude,
JD
Martinez has started to hit.
Well, he can. He's going to hit eventually. I mean, he's a hitter.
You know, he had to take that extended spring training to get himself right.
He's hitting.
And, man, in the past few weeks, whew.
He's hitting.
Also, Francisco Lindor. Do you remember at the beginning of the year when he was, like, batting 115?
We were laughing about it.
Yeah. I mean, it was rough. It was really rough. But he's up to 244.
You were trying to come up with a name for him. I don't know if you ever did. But
Stiff Door.
No, it was something. You were
Fran Stiflos.
Was it Fran Stiflos?
Fran Stiflo Lindor.
That's his name. Stiff.
Stiff a lot.
Is that your father's word? Stiff.
No, me and you started saying that.
Stiff. Tomato can Sam.
I can't remember who we were talking about, and I said he was a stiff. And then, like, from that point on, everybody was a stiff on that episode. Stiff. You might have said it first.
No,
it seems more like your word.
No, Stiflos Mendoza?
No, I made that up.
Yeah.
But I never really called guys stiffs.
Cupcakes, tomato cans, donkeys, doormats, ass clowns. They're all on the table. It really depends on the level.
I would argue that those things are different, all of them. Cupcake is not a Stiflos.
Cupcake is soft.
Cupcake, somebody just rolls over.
Yeah,
get a cupcake. Get an easy game.
No, yeah.
It's a cupcake.
It was like, what's his name on Chris Story? He just laid it like a slug. It was his only defense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
what was the kid's name? Ralphie's brother. He goes,
Randy.
Randy just laid it like a slug. It was his only defense.
Yeah. So I mean, a cupcake is not somebody who's making bad decisions. They're just
pussies.
You're just gonna roll right over them. Now a Stiflos, it's kind of like deer in the headlights. Stiff. You just kind of like.
I thought a Stiflos was someone who actually is. They're not as smart as they think they are. In fact, they're often wrong.
No, I mean a stiff.
Stiflos Mendoza fucked it up
you
again.
can't do anything right. You're stiff.
And he goes out there. He's 100% sure, and that's fucking wrong.
don't know that they're. I don't think a stiff is 100.
Stiff Los
A
Mendoza.
stiff typically knows they're a stiff.
I think Stiff Los Mendoza doesn't know he's a stiff.
He's not. That was a funny nickname given to a guy who's not a stiff.
By a stiff.
Yeah, I'm a stiff.
I'm a tomato can.
He's not a stiff.
For the record, I'm a tomato can. I went from when you're 40s, you become a stiff. When you hit 50, you're a tomato can. You're a tomato can.
What did you say? You were approaching the group. What's up, man? Of fat and lethargic.
Fat lethargic.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Or was it slow and lethargic?
Slow, fat, lethargic.
Because I remember,
Fat, slow, and
I
lethargic.
thought it was funny because I was like, you wouldn't put me in that? And you were like, nah, you still play pickleball. You're still in a pickleball.
You're still playing pickleball. Once you can't do that anymore, you're there. You're there. You're just fat, lethargic, and slow. So I'm now there. Okay, I have a belly for the first time ever. I can do that, and it's fat. And it took 50 years, but it's here.
Thanks for finally joining us over here.
And I hate it. I can't
At
stand
least
it.
you don't have boobs.
But I'm too fucking lazy to do anything about it. 'Cause it's like I don't care anymore. It's like
That's the part I hate. That's the part I get ashamed of. It's like, it's like, it's
I'm
wrong.
ashamed that I'm not ashamed.
No, that's not true. I'm ashamed
I'm
that
talking about
I'm
me,
not
not
doing
you.
anything
I'm
about
talking
it.
about me, not you. I'm
Ashamed that I'm like, yeah,
I'm ashamed that I'm not ashamed.
I could stop eating. I could start going to the gym. Nah, too lazy.
I came home this weekend and I was literally telling myself this. I'm gonna do our show tonight, and the rest of the weekend I'm gonna fucking just shakes and working out. And then fucking
This motherfucker buys ribs.
Who sends a text at 4:00, Brian? Gentlemen, the ribs will be on the way.
It's fucking hopeless in
I
this
just
place.
shook my head like, of course.
Absolutely
Of
hopeless.
course, those fucking ribs are gonna. I was talking
Wants me
myself
to make
up.
potato salad. Wants you to buy a cake.
I was talking myself up, and then I'm like, oh shit, it is ribs though. He hasn't made it in a while. Like I'm justifying it. Oh, then maybe next weekend. I don't.
Well, I
fucking
only
know.
have a few ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
30.
the text he
2
sends?
racks.
You know the text he sends?
2 racks.
We're getting fucked
We're
tonight.
getting fucked.
We're getting fucked.
We're getting fucking ripped. Oh,
Oh, is that it? We're getting fucking.
We're getting ripped or something.
No, we're getting fucking.
We're getting
solid.
fucked up.
We're getting fucked
we
up.
We getting fucked up because he was like, "Hey, we'll keep it over here and we'll have this." And I'm like, "We getting fucked up." I just know it. Tomorrow's gonna be a fucking just a laugh fest.
All right, I told wifey I'd go home.
You should.
Dude, this is the earliest we've ever started. Still went to 11. Dear God.
We have a lot to say.
No, we didn't.
It was a freestyle.
We talked about nada.
We talked about nothing. We talked about absolutely
stayed
nothing.
true to
and
freestyle.
it was everything we thought it ever could be. Anyway, the Redoubtable
Don't
One
act like
himself.
this is the first time.
It's not. The Redoubtable One himself, Thomas is highly questionable. We'll see you guys Monday night. We'll recap the sports weekend. Caitlin and what's her name there?
Angel.
The so-called important one. Yeah, Sunday. We'll see what happens. We'll recap that Monday night as well.
Caitlin balled out tonight, too.
And NBA draft coming up next week. We're going to talk about that.
Is it next week?
It's next week. So see what
Come
we'll
on,
talk
Knicks,
about.
let's
Knicks.
do something.
We'll talk. We'll look at the draft. Just we'll make some speculations.
Lakers
on
have
Knicks.
3 first-round picks.
They can have 12. They're gonna sack anyway. Oh, we didn't talk about JJ Redick. There, we talked about it. You guys enjoy the weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
His coaching acumen is
Yes.
second enough.
JJ Redick.
You know what?